All right, kiddos. Well, I'm not as motivated as I could be right now because I just recorded this entire lesson and there was no audio. So, yeah, I did the whole thing and it didn't work for me. So, what a bummer. What a stinking bummer that was for me. But hey, you know what? Let's get it right now. Let's get after it. And it's a short lesson, to be honest. What I do want to go over is a quick review of what we did last lesson. We looked at the interior angles of a triangle, right? That's the inside angles of a triangle. And we looked at the triangle sum theorem. The triangle sum theorem states basically for every triangle, it doesn't matter fat, skinny, tall, short, small, whatever, all three angles inside that triangle will always add up to 180 degrees for every triangle. Doesn't matter which one we're talking about. Okay, so if we bring that back here to this example for number one, and they're not asking for an angle, now they're asking for us to solve for x, all we have to say basically is that this angle plus this angle plus this angle is going to add up to make what? 180 degrees every time. Okay, so I like to put the variable first. We'll say x plus 59 plus 70 plus 60 equals 180. Okay, and if you add all of these up, and it's how good my math is because I just did the lesson and I remember it, you'd get x plus 189 equals 180. You'd subtract that 189 from both sides, and you'd be left with x equals negative 9. And remember, it's okay, we can have a negative number for an x. We just can't have a negative number for an angle, if that makes sense. Okay? So that's pretty much, for the most part, what the lesson is. You add up the three angles and you set them equal to 180. Okay, so let's take a peek at number two. It's going to be the same thing. Let's add them all up and let's set them equal to 180. So I'm actually going to try and be neat here and watch this. I'm going to say, hey, x plus 26 plus, because that's our first angle, right? 132 plus 28 equals 180. Okay, we add up all three angles and we set them equal to 180. That's what I did. See, that's a little neater. So now what we do is we combine like terms. We say this guy, and this guy. We got to add them up. So we got 26, 132. I think we get 186. I don't want to say x equals because it's not x equals. It's x because we dropped this guy down. We combine like terms here and got 186 equals 180. You subtract 186 from both sides, and it looks to me like you'd get x equals negative 6. Okay? Pretty simple, right? So how about you, on your own, try number 3 and try number 4 and see if you get stuck. So pause it, try number 3, try number 4, and if you get stuck or if you get both answers at any point you want to check your answer, go ahead and press play and we'll go over it together. I got a little snack because I want to make myself feel better after the audio didn't work, so I'm sorry if I'm chewing. I won't do it again. Okay, so let's get it. We're going to add three angles, all three angles, and set them equal to 180. So we've got 7x plus 3 here, plus, what other angle do we have? 49. And then we've got one more angle, which is 79, equals 180. Okay, next step is we got to combine like terms, which means we need to add this guy, and this guy. So we need to add 3, 49, and 79. Let's do that. 3 plus 49 plus 79 equals 131. Okay, so that leaves us with right here 7x plus 131 equals 180. At that point, we have to subtract 131 from both sides, right? And I think we get 7x equals 49. Divide 7, divide 7, and x equals 7. Okay? Solid. Second time through doing this lesson, I'm already bored. All right, now for 4, it's a little trickier because they didn't give us anything here, but they actually did. They gave us this little right angle symbol. Okay, and what does a right angle stand for? It stands for 90 degrees. All right, so now we have everything we need. What you need to do is just make sure you write in a 90 right there. So we have our 8x plus 3 plus 90 plus 55 equals 180. Okay, and our next step is, right, combine like terms. This guy, and this guy. So 90 plus 55 is 145, plus 3 is 148. We'll see 8x plus 148 equals 180. Subtract 48 from both sides, and it looks like we get 8x equals 32. Divide 8, divide 8, x equals 4. Boom. I love it. I love it. Okay, now moving on, let's do 2 more just as kind of some practice here at the end. Let's switch it up. I don't want to do the same problems I just did because that would make me even more bored. So let's do number 6 and number 8 as a class right now. So we're going to do 6 and we're going to do 8. So what I want you to do is do these 2 on your own. And when you're done, press play, right? Pause it right now, do them, press play, and we'll go over them. Okay, 6 has that right angle. So we know this guy is 90 degrees. So let's add them up. We get 70x, right, plus 90 plus 20 equals 180. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 90 and 20 gives us 110. So we have 70x plus 110 equals 180. Subtract 110 from both sides. And I think we get 70x equals 70. So guess what x is? X is just 1. That was easy. Down here, add them all up. 3x plus 25 plus 125 equals 180. Combine like terms. 3x plus 150 equals 180. Subtract that guy over. 3x equals 30. X equals 10. Easy money, right? Okay, so that's part 2. We will make sure you do your homework right now, your couple questions. I don't know how many I gave you, but get ready. We got a quiz on Thursday or Friday, depending on what period you have me, and then we will kind of go from there. All right? Laters.